Welcome to episode 1 of Building Out Loud. My name is Jamie, and if you are interested in following the journey of someone becoming a lawyer, graduating college, building businesses, and becoming an athlete at some point, you're gonna wanna stay here. All right, so I wanna introduce you to what the Build Out Loud series is. And essentially, here on YouTube, I'm going to be sharing my journey of, number 1, taking incremental steps to all of my goals. So ideally this is gonna be a few years long. But I am at this place where I really value the journey, and I think there's been places in my life where I felt like embarrassed to be where I'm at, or I don't want to be too loud or too public about it. And the reality is it's kind of BS, right? I get to attract magic. Everything works out for me. I don't need to stress about people having opinions on my goals. God's gonna provide, universe, source, they're all coming through for me, and I'm gonna show up and be my best self. So the Build Out Loud series is kind of following me in my pursuit of goals in 3 different areas, which is fitness, school, and entrepreneurship. So while eventually you will see probably me get a new job, I took a few months off for health reasons and to study for my LSAT, you're gonna kind of see the progression of what it's like to try to balance these things, to get better, to start where I'm starting. And yeah, I'm really excited. So little background, what are the goals? So first goal that I'm currently going to work on is starting back at Purdue online as an undergrad student, because I have about 1.5-ish until I could graduate. And so I've just got my acceptance email today, and I just need to figure out the financial part. But ideally I could start either 2 weeks from now or on May 14th. And I think it's gonna be May 14th because I don't know that I have the time to figure out all the financial stuff in like a 1.5 weeks. So, but yeah, so it is April like 11th, no. It's like April 5th or 4th right now. I really don't know the date. I can't find my phone. But I'm off work for a couple of months. Ideally, I will start a job early June. If I find something really incredible in May, I would start it then. So basically, I'm going to start back at Purdue online in the evening and go to school either part-time or full-time. I can decide between 2 to 3 classes per term. And I think that that's gonna depend to me on what the classes are and like their level of difficulty. But I'm gonna do that. And that's kind of step 1. I also have my LSAT coming up, and it's kind of considered my first LSAT. People take it more than once often, and I'm gonna study through June. I take it proctored at home in June, and then I can gauge my score off of that, and then ideally know how I test, the experience of the test, my score, and then if I need to study, I've got time because I'm just getting back started in my school journey, and ideally I could probably do school for another 6 months and plan for the next wave of tests, which would be really great. So that's kind of my goal right now. You guys will keep up with the journey with me because I don't 100% know how it's all gonna go. But like obviously if I got an incredible score for some reason on my very first try, which I mean you definitely can, then I would leave it until I was done with undergrad and then apply in 6 months to law schools. So that is my goal. So now I'm at the point where that's step 1 is undergrad degree from Purdue in pre-law. It's kind of a bachelor's of science in legal studies and services. So really excited about that. Then apply to law school, go to law school. I do have goal schools, but we are so far out from that that I'm not gonna go down that route right now because I feel like, you know, life happens, things change, whatever. Second area of goals is my fitness. So I have some pretty hefty goals right now. In about 2.5 years to do an Ironman. In between that, I'd like to do multiple races, marathons, a high rock, and get to the Ironman and really become an athlete. Like I would love to be BPN signed one day, but currently my sights are set on being able to even run a mile. So we should probably start there. And I am doing couch to 5K training currently, but I'm about, I don't know, like maybe 85 pounds overweight. And it's not fun to say. I am not comfortable with that. But the reality is I have to start somewhere, and being ashamed of myself or hating myself through this journey is not gonna like do anything beneficial for anyone. So I've got some hefty goals to be an athlete, which I think for me at least is so much more inspiring than trying to be skinny, you know? Because I feel like this journey then, I feel like I'm training, not just exercising to lose weight. I'm fueling my body, not just skipping calories to lose weight. I'm doing things to perform like an athlete. It feels stronger. I feel like I'm learning to make my body do incredible things. And my health has been quite a journey since I was like under 14. So I'm not gonna get into into that in this video, but it's really been tough and it's taken a lot from me, and there's been a lot of anxiety and PTSD that has come out of some of that. And I think I'm trying to take my life back, you know, and understand that while a lot of my weight gain was my own decision making, it was also very attached to emotional eating that was very heavily rooted in where I felt the safest, because it was the only thing I could control, and it gave me that moment of pleasure. But I know that I deserve better than that, and I cannot go down that route. It's like, once you know it, you need to do better. And I just can't be 30 and like I feel like I'm cute, you know what I mean? Like, we can't be cute and like just be the cute funny fat friend. Like, I don't want that. I want to be hot, baby. I want to be like, god darn. So we got to get there, and that's okay. That's okay, babe. It'll take us time and we'll get there. And by the way, if you are overweight, I'm not saying you can't be hot. I'm not saying you can't do anything. I'm talking about me and what I want for my body, my height, my blah, you know what I mean? My life. So just take that with a grain of salt. There's no judgment here. This is a happy place. We hug each other here. Okay, so we've covered school, we've covered fitness and entrepreneurship. I'm gonna kind of leave this one a little bit because I'm very, very clear on my goals, but I sort of would rather share the journey as it's happening, and like I'm more concrete, because I'd rather be like, okay, I'm 30 days into this business, here's the results, here's what I'm doing, you know, and share it with you at that stage, rather than try to talk a big game about things I'm gonna do and then like I don't, or whatever. Like, I'm really working on building my discipline, my honesty, my perseverance, my like just being a woman of my word, and really not just speaking out my ass about whatever I want. So trying to really bring it back and say, we're starting humbly from a lot of places. I'm wiping my slate clean. I get a fresh start. I get to have life work out for me, and we're doing it. And I'm 30 years old, by the way. And I'm so excited. So last thing I want to say is today is kind of day one of me introducing this, and I'm probably only going to share a little bit of today with you in this video. But basically, I got into Purdue again, and I'm really excited. So yay me. I am going to start ordering groceries today and put a list together for my Mediterranean diet goals. It's going to be Mediterranean, very high protein, and maybe like a little bit more carby than the normal Mediterranean, just because I am going to be like exercising more intensely at times, and intensely for where I'm at too, like mind you of that. So if you're watching videos and I'm like sharing my exercises and you're like, baby, that's not intense. At my weight and height and like trying to get back into exercising, it varies. So, you know, I'm definitely trying to get there. So anyway, I'm gonna order groceries. I'll show you guys what I get and some of the meals I plan to make. It's Friday currently, and we're heading into the weekend. I am starting to study for the LSAT today for a little bit. Really more so familiarizing myself. I've been on a lot of websites this morning trying to figure out like what you start with. I do have a book, and I'll show that to you guys later, but I'm really excited. I'm so excited for this journey. So right now I'm about to go grab an iced coffee and go on a little bit of a drive because it's stunning out, and I haven't been outside of my house in like, it would be like a day and a half now, because yesterday I stayed in completely, which is worth it. Let's talk groceries. Okay, I got this from Amazon. It's my coffee. What I got. So first thing is, I love these steamer bags of broccoli. This one is cauliflower and broccoli, and yeah, beets. I'm gonna try to roast these. I've heard really good things about roasted beets, but honestly I've only just eaten them plain, and so I wanted to try some. Got some blackberries, got some hummus. I got a lot of English cucumbers. I also got some seed bread, some green seedless grapes, some like turkey for my seed bread, and so I could have some sandwiches. Organic grass-fed ground beef and ground turkey. I think I got another one of these, but some blackberries. I got hummus and some baby carrots. Yeah, so this red quinoa and jasmine rice. I got some completely plain Greek yogurt. I'm a little nervous. I usually get honey, vanilla, and put blueberries in it, and I love it, but I know that there's a lot of sugar in there. So I thought of if I could add like a drizzle of honey. Okay, what is going on with this hair? Okay, so I got all signed back in to my login portal. It's called Campus. My official start date for my bachelor's degree is going to be May 14th. Okay, so I don't look the most amazing, but that is fine. I was trying to figure out like if I wanted to do any pre-workout, but I don't really do caffeine. So the pre-workout that I have is a fat burner, which is great for like lifting, but I already get really breathy and like a little bit hot when I'm running right now anyway, because I'm just not good at it yet. So I feel like there's no need to add more sweat to the mix right now. Just have some water and then get the run over with. I wanted to show you the app that I use. So this is the 5K app. I have a 30-minute workout today total, 5-minute warm up, 5-minute cool down, and then a 20-minute run. So I have intervals, 1-minute run, 1.5-minute walk, 8 times. Ooh, I'm back, baby. I'm really happy with that run. I took, I've run 3 times now with this program, and I have taken 35 seconds off of my mile pace since the first run, so really happy about that. We are at Home Depot. We're getting flowers as my mom. And so here's what I've gotten so far. And I need to be done. And then she's gotten these. And we're looking at the hydrangeas. So yeah. Look at how pretty these are. I'm so excited. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to end the vlog here. I was going to show you guys my meditation and my yoga, or my stretching I should say, and my red light therapy and maybe some journaling and stuff, which I am about to do, but I just thought it felt more personal to do that, and I will get clips in the future just to show routines and stuff like that, but for tonight I was kind of more feeling a little zenned out and just wanting to do something on my own, and sometimes also taking off all my makeup, washing my face, and putting the red light mask on while I journal is really nice, and it's kind of tough to vlog that all, so just figured for right now I'm going to enjoy myself. But thank you so much for watching episode 1 of Build It Out Loud. My name is Jamie. Be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be sharing my journey and in the most real, authentic way possible. So if you're interested again in learning more about business, school, and getting to my law degree and becoming super fit and hopefully one day an athlete, then keep watching.